Hi, John Vance back on the roof here, and again with me is Dr. Janet Foote and Gayle McCartney from the Arizona Cancer Centers, and it really starts with parents in terms of the education for kids, for protecting themselves from the sun, doesn't it?
You know, parents and caregivers have a unique role, and sometimes they don't realize that kids, especially small children, cannot do sun safety very well without them, because they need to help them get the gear, they need to help them organize their schedule during the day,
Sure.
and they need help getting these put on.
Well, you brought great props here. I mean, to give people examples of them. I mean, I love this clothesline that we put together here, right? And your nice banner in the background with the Arizona Cancer Center. Maybe you can kind of just take us through it. I'm going to step out of the picture, and you can kind of explain, along with Janet, maybe even with that great poster that I love, right, that shows kids.
All right.
First of all, let's say we love your hat.
You like my hat?
Your hat is great. The shades are great. Very important. And what we love about your hat is it's got a very wide brim. It covers your face, your ears, the top of your head, and the back of your neck.
Yeah.
You see that in all of our hats here.
Okay, good.
But you know, the first rule of thumb is to avoid overexposure by making sure that you're out at the right times of day and that you're in the shade at the right times of day. Between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon is when the sun's intensity is the strongest. So try as hard as you can. Parents can regulate their schedule and the kids' schedules to not even be outdoors in the peak periods of the sun, but do more of their outdoor play before 10 and after 4.
Well, kids still need exercise too,
Yes,
which is another important part of your program, right? And so,
They do.
I mean, they're going to be in the sun. There's no question.
When they're going to be out, cover them. And they can cover in a lot of ways. So clothing is one way that's really important to cover here in Arizona. We have clothing with long sleeves, lightweight, that's made of special fabric like our shirts too, that is called UPF, and if it's a 50 or more, it's like the SPF on a sunscreen. It helps protect and block the sun from getting to the skin. If you don't have that kind of fabric, you can take long sleeves and long pants and wash in with this Rit Sun Guard. This is the only fabric product I know in the market, but you wash it in and it can create a stronger sun protection in the fabric for 20 washings. It's called Sun Guard.
Sun Guard, huh?
And it especially does
the
well.
dyes.
And it actually adds UV protection into the clothing
It
if they don't
does.
come with it. But see, I see some of yours have it right behind us, right?
Right. And so if you don't have the UV protected clothing, you can make some of your clothing a lot more UV protected by washing it with this. And then parents forget, kids wear flip-flops all the time now, but in the sun, that burns on their feet. So being closed-toed with their shoes is really important. You can carry shade with you by having an umbrella. A hat that has a really good back, cover the back of the neck is really important. And then swimming. You know, when kids are in the sun and swimming all day, that is really hard to keep sunscreen on them all day. So you can use clothing, and these are like surfer shirts, we call them rash guards, and they come in all different sizes and shapes for kids. And the important thing for parents is get the other kids that their kids play with to do the same thing. Get the other parents to make sure that their kids are also wearing the rash guards, and it becomes an important fad.
It becomes a norm too for the kids if they all have it, right?
Absolutely. And same with wearing hats. All of these hats have the flaps in the back, they have good brim in the front, and they can get wet. So those are really easy things to keep on.
I like that red hat.
This cowboy hat, you know, we should bring that back. Cowboy hats are great protection, as you can see by what you have on. And then sunglasses, don't forget that we really need to protect our eyes. UV rays do affect our eyes, so it's really important to wear sunglasses even from the time they're little. With the babies, they have sunglasses that actually have a stretchy band along the back, and that way they get used to wearing glasses all the time that they're outside. And then these are just assortments of different types of shirts and hats, more. And then of course we've got our sunscreen. And sunscreen is also an important part of covering. So we showed you last year how to put on sunscreen.
Yeah, one finger, two finger, and what about the shot glass deal too? Yeah.
What's important is to put on enough sunscreen to put it on before you go out in the sun, about 20 minutes, and to reapply it. But if you don't put on enough, you're not protected.
Right.
And so we use one finger, two fingers to help parents and caregivers remember and help the kids remember. One finger, two fingers helps you to know how much sunscreen to use from your head to your toes. One finger, arms, face and neck, two fingers, legs, chest, and back. And
you brought an example,
I brought
right?
some spoons to show you what one finger and two fingers really looks like. This is 1 finger's worth, which is 1/2 a teaspoon. This is 2 fingers worth, which is 2 teaspoons.
Okay, so I'm
You
gonna
want to try that on
I'm
your
gonna do
arm and
that.
see?
I'm gonna do this on my arm because it's
Put it
one
on
finger
your
for
arm.
my arm, right?
Right. And see what it looks like. Because
Hold on, I'm
if you
gonna
were
get it all
squirting it
over.
out, you would squirt a fingerful like this. You can actually slide that and it scoops it out.
It does.
This little slide here.
Wow.
It scoops it out.
Oh, that's a good idea. Wow. Because I didn't put any sunscreen on, so this is just for one arm. So I'm gonna do one finger for each arm, right? I need you today because I told you I hadn't put it on yet this morning, right? And then two finger, I'm going to give you that back. And then two
Two
fingers.
fingers for your legs.
Okay.
And see, this does give some relativity to the body size because your arms are a lot bigger than mine. So your finger
So
is
what you
actually
would put on yours.
your one
finger. Let's
finger is
compare
going to
fingers
be,
here.
you know, a pretty good sized finger there.
Here,
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah. So your finger, and same with a child, their
Right.
fingerful is going to be the right amount for them.
Sure, sure. Holy cow, I feel pretty funny right now. Are you guys going to have me dressed up looking like this cute little
Yes.
guy?
Yeah. This is just our poster child to remember all the things, all the ways to keep them covered. It's really up to the parent and caregiver to make sure that they're practicing safe sun. They're sun protected. Sunglasses, wide brim hat, sunblock, all the way down to their toes with closed toe shoes.
Because if you think about it here in the state of Arizona, right, we have sun pretty much all the time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we want our young kids to have healthy lifestyles, right? Get exercise and all those things. So, I mean, they're naturally going to be out in the sun, right? And it's all about education, right, of our kids and making sure that they're protected from the sun.
But we do need to model the behaviors because kids catch on really quickly if they're told to do something and their parents don't do it.
That's a good
So,
point.
you know, if you tell your kid you have to wear a hat and sunglasses and then you go out without one, they're going to stop you right there and say that you don't have.
Okay, so parents need to wear one of these in the
They
pools, what
need
you're
to
saying,
wear-
Dr. Foote?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yes, they do, and they need to wear their hats too. And
Well, this
stay
is
in
Janet's
shade.
running hat, she told
That's
me.
my running hat.
Yeah, good for you.
Keeps me from being a redneck.
And the other thing is we don't want them to be tanning or burning. So that's really an important thing for the kids to know that tan is not healthy anymore.
How can people get more information? Give us your website, right? I think I know it by heart, but I'm going to let you guys go ahead and say it so people can go on and get more information. Why? You don't know it?
Well,
Skin Institute.
There's azskincancerinstitute.org specifically for skin cancer information. But there's also the azcc.arizona.edu that's the cancer center.
It's azcc dot, right? Arizona dot what is it? edu, correct? Edu.
And
So,
we're actually leaving some of our brochures with you. We have some bookmarks that talk about skin cancer prevention. We also have something that tells what to look for in your sunscreens when we buy them, and what to look for as far as the different types of skin cancer and doing a self-exam.
and now can we also find that information on the website?
Yes,
We
these
can.
are also online, although you can't download them.
Sure, sure. Any big events, ladies, coming up? Any big events coming up?
The only thing that actually is going on nationwide is the National Don't Friday.
And we have that this month, isn't this National Skin Cancer
Yes.
Prevention Month? The
Yes.
month of May? I remember it was last year.
So it's the Friday before Memorial Day. But what we want to emphasize is that in Arizona, every day is a Don't Friday.
Yeah, for sure it is. Dr.
Yes.
Foote, thanks so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Gayle, thanks so much.
Thank you, John.
Again,
Thanks for
appreciate
having
having you guys up. They have the greatest props, and guess what? it's really important information. I will say this, there's a lot of viewers that don't live in the state of Arizona, right? And all of a sudden you're coming out of, winter weather, and the sun's going to really be out, the UVs are going to be more intense, and please take this information and do something with it. Very good education for our kids and great habits for them, right? Get them involved in it early, and it'll make a huge difference, right?
Thank you very much for having us up here.
Absolutely. Love having you guys up here. So thanks so much for being here. And we'll be posting all these webcasts live on StuckOnTheRoof.com. Thanks so much.